Hi 5th graders, today's topics are multiplying decimals, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So let's get started. We're going to start off with multiplying decimals. So we're going to do number 4 together, and as we can see, it gives us 0.1 times 0.09. And the way you multiply it, or like the order that you multiply it in, it doesn't really matter, but I like putting the number with the most decimal places on top. So we're going to put 0.09 on top. 0.09, right? I'm going to multiply it by 0.1, so 0.1. And then we just multiply regularly, and we're going to disregard the decimals for now. And we know that 1 times 9 is just 9, right? 1 times 0 is just 0. 0 times 1 is 0 again. And then we put the placeholder 0 right there. And then 0 times anything is just 0, so we're going to put 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And we add them up to get 0, 0, 0, 9. Right? And the decimal for now is going to be right here, behind the 9. And we're gonna look back to the original equation to see how many places or where the decimal goes. So we know that 0.09 has 2 decimal places, right? 2 decimal places, and 0.1 only has 1. And we have to add them up, and we get 3. So our final answer right here, our product, is going to have 3 decimal places. So we're going to move this decimal right here behind the 9 to the left, in front of 9, 3 times. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and the decimal ends right there. So our final answer will be 0.009. So multiplying decimals is the same as just regular multiplication, except when you're done multiplying, you have to look to the given equation and count how many decimal places there are and add them, and that's the number of decimal places that's going to be for your product. Now we're just going to do regular multiplication, and number 8 gave us 3,523 times 6. So let's set it up. 3,523 times 6. So let's just multiply. 6 times 3 is 18, so we're going to put 8, and then we're going to put 1 right there. 6 times 2 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13, so we're going to put 3 there and 1 here. 6 times 5 is 30, 30 plus 1 is 31, so we're going to put 1 there, I'm going to put 3 there. 6 times 3 is 18 again, 18 plus 3 this time is 21. So our final answer is going to be 21,138. And then I'm going to box that answer. So this is just regular multiplication. Now we're going to do division. Number 2 gave us 8,435 divided by 5. And the number that they give us first is always going to be the number that goes into the box, or the dividend. And the number that comes second is going to be the divisor, or the number that goes on the outside. So we're going to put the box, and then we're going to have 8,435. And then we're going to have 5 right here. And let's get dividing. So let's see how many times 5 can go into 8. We know that 5 times 10 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 is greater than 8. So we're going to go stick with 1. And 5 times 1 is, we know, is 5. So we're going to subtract 5 from 8 to get 3, right? And then we're going to bring down the 4 to get 34. And we know that 5 times 2 is 10, and we can go a lot more to see how many times 5 goes into 34. So let's jump to 5. 5 times 5 is 25, and it can still go into 34, so let's try a little bit higher. 5 times 7 is 35. 35 is 1 over 34, so we have to go down. 5 times 6 is 30, so that can work. 34 minus 30 is just going to give us 4, and then we're going to drop down the 3 to get 43. And we know that 5 times 7 is 35, so let's go higher. 5 times 8 is 40. Let's see if anything else can beat that. 5 times 9 is 45, and unfortunately 45 is over 43, so we're going to stick with 8. And we get 5 times 8 is 40, so we're going to subtract 40 from 43 to get 3. and then we're going to bring down the 5 for the last time to get 35. And as we know from earlier, we know that 5 times 7 is perfectly 35, so we're going to put 7 here, and then we get 35 minus 35, and it's a perfect 0. So our quotient for number 2 is going to be 1,687. And then I'm going to box that. And that's our answer for number 2. So for division, you just need to know which number goes where and know your multiplication tables. Now let's do number 10 for addition and subtraction. So this isn't just regular addition and subtraction. This worksheet has some blank spaces for the factors, and we're going to do number 10 together because number 10 is an example of that. And it gave us a blank space, but I'm going to substitute that for x, a variable, which is a variable. So our new equation is going to be x minus 111 equals 18. And we want x to be alone. And the only way to do that is by getting rid of the 111. So we're going to add 111 to both sides. So we're going to add 111 here, and we're going to add 111 here. So over here on the left side, the positive and the negative cancel out. So we're going to get just an x, right? Now we have to do 18 plus 111, which is 129. And that's going to be your answer. But if you want to make sure that this is your final answer, you can always plug it back in. So we're going to do 129 minus 111. We know that 9 minus 1 is 8, 2 minus 1 is 8, 1 minus 1 is 0, 18, and it looks like 18 here is the same as 18 there. So 129 is perfectly our answer. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this video helped you guys a bit.